Msimamizi wa tume ya TSC Nancy Macharia alieleza kamati ya utekelezaji katika bunge la kitaifa kuwa tume hiyo ilihusisha umma kwenye masuala ya kuteua vyuo ambavyo walimu nchini walielekezwa kuongeza kiwango cha masomo yao.
Given that TSC is an employer at the same time the regulator, perhaps forgive me if my question sounds a little bit unfair, but would you, because not many people would like to lose power, would you think, from where you sit, do you think it is a good thing for TSC to continue being a teacher, employer, at the same time the regulator? Or, just like Mheshimiwa Tori teaches us, do you think it's time, maybe because you have challenged us, you say these laws are made by Parliament, so do you think it's time Parliament should enact some law to have some independent or separate regulator from TSC?
We went through public participation, and then it was the same was regulated through the Code of Regulation for Teachers, which was also done through public participation. And so the court agreed with us. All these things went through public participation, and we were now just implementing what came through this, because remember the TSC Act, then it is regulated, the Act is regulated through the regulations, through the Teacher Service. All this went through the...
Wait for the commissions appointed by the President or working, I don't know, working committees or whatever, to perform its duties. Parliament made a resolution that you amend a specific section of the Act that is in conflict with the Constitution.
Nancy Macharia aliyasema haya alipokuwa akiyajibu maswali yaliyoibuliwa na wabunge kufuatia ombi la kusimamishwa kwa maendeleo ya taaluma ya walimu na tume ya kuajiri walimu TSC ambalo liliwasilishwa na mbunge Omboko Milemba, na ombi la kufutwa kwa vifungu vya sheria ya vyuo vikuu mwaka 2012 vinavyohusu uchaguzi wa viongozi wa wanafunzi wa vyuo vikuu lililowasilishwa na Amos Kamodo.
The question is this. This is a government institution, TSC. Why should the government lose almost $1 billion shilling directed towards a private institution instead of the amount being directed to public institutions?
We have not yet started taking action on anyone, because it is true. We realize that, of course, remember we to start with, before we get on course completely, the Commission said that we try 5 years before we could license. Other professions take 1 year. But this was to give us time to learn these lessons. Secondly, we have not taken action on any teacher, because actually, we were learning, we were learning, and therefore we can't even punish a teacher who has no, who can get to these institutions, although when we were accrediting them, they said that they would go up to the sub-county level.
Aidha, kamati ya utekelezaji ilitinda kumkubali katibu mwandamizi katika Wizara ya Elimu Beatrice Inyangala kumwakilisha waziri wa elimu Ezekiel Majog kujibu maswali sawia.
Kenya Gazette, that is CS2, the terms of reference of the Presidential Working Party, and in specifically the second page, 7530, point 2, on tertiary and university education. Part B reads, to study all laws governing the tertiary education subsector and make recommendations for review of these legislations with a view to streamlining effectiveness and efficiency in the subsector. I would like to kindly request the members to indulge us with patience, because this work will be completed next month at the end of March, and the report will be provided, and it will address this particular aspect of the law amongst others.
The principal secretary needs to be informed that when you look at Articles 94 and 95, the legislative authority rests with Parliament. And Parliament cannot be subservient to a task force committee that has been appointed. So as you give the Principal Secretary time, let her be advised that we need those answers within the next 2 weeks as advised. And if not, we should be able to take up determinate steps to save our face as a committee. Because I don't want to sit on a committee that is accused of not following up on House resolutions.
I think through you, we demand that the CS himself, who is the policy head of the ministry, appears before this committee. Last week, they gave us an excuse indicating that they will be available in the next meeting, and they confirmed to be here in the meeting. Only now to continue with the piecemeal mistreatment of Parliament that has gone along even in the 12th Parliament. We want to do away with this story of executive evading Parliament and sending representatives to come and give half-baked answers to serious matters that have been raised by Kenyans.
You have delayed is justice. We are asking you that the Cabinet Secretary to come in person on 7th of March, in person, and we want, because ours is implemented, it must be implemented. We want him to come to this committee with the proposals he has proposed.
Emmanuel Kilongi, Runinga ya Magharibi, Nairobi.